Okay, so this is my infograph and it's called The Layers of the Atmosphere. So we have the Earth and all the 5 layers that um, that are in the atmosphere. Okay, so we start with the first one. Closest to the surface of the Earth, we have the troposphere. Tropos means change. This layer gets its name from the weather that is constantly changing and mixing up. The gases in this part of the atmosphere, the troposphere, is between 5 and 9 miles thick, depending on where you are on Earth. This layer has the Earth we breathe and the clouds in the sky. The air is densest in this lowest layer. In fact, the troposphere contains 3/4 of the mass of the entire atmosphere. The air here is 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. The last 1% is made of argon, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. So we hit the back button to go back to the main infograph part, and then we hit the stratosphere. Above the troposphere and below the mesosphere, we have the stratosphere. Strat means layer. This layer of our atmosphere has its own set of layers. There are no storms and turbulence here to mix up the earth. So-called heavy air is at the bottom and warm light air is at the top. This layer is 22 miles thick. The stratosphere is where you'll find the very important ozone layer. The ozone layer helps protect us from ultraviolet radiation from the sun. In fact, the ozone layer absorbs most of the UV radiation the sun sends to us. Life as we know it wouldn't be possible without this layer of protection. So we hit the back button, and we go to the mesosphere. The mesosphere is located above the stratosphere and below the thermosphere. Meso means middle, and this is the highest layer of the atmosphere in which the gases are all mixed up, rather than being layered by their mass. The mesosphere is 22 miles thick. The air is still thin, so you wouldn't be able to breathe up in the mesosphere. But there is more gas in this layer than there is out in the thermosphere. Meteors are burning up in the mesosphere. The meteors make it through the exosphere and the thermosphere without much trouble, because those layers don't have much air. But when they hit the mesosphere, there are enough gases to cause friction and create heat. So we hit another time the back button, and we go to the thermosphere. The thermosphere is located above the mesosphere and below the exosphere. Thermo means heat, and the temperature in these layers can reach up to 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit. If you were to hang out in the thermosphere, though, you would be very cold, because there aren't enough gas molecules to transfer the heat to you. This also means there are enough molecules for sound waves to travel through. This layer of Earth's atmosphere is about 319 miles thick. The thermosphere is home to the International Space Station as it orbits Earth. This is also where you'll find low Earth orbit satellites. So we go back again, and we go to the last layer, which is the exosphere. Exo means out. The exosphere is the very edge of our atmosphere. This layer separates the rest of the atmosphere from outer space. It's about 6,200 miles thick. That's almost as wide as the Earth itself. The exosphere has gases like hydrogen and helium, but they are very spread out. There is a lot of empty space in between. There is no air to breathe, and it is very cold. So this was my infograph, and that's it. Thank you.